That's a great way to start this week, isn't it? Welcome back to another episode of That's Wild with me, Tegan. Going on is kind of how my week felt this week. My week has been the car's doing whatever it wants now and it's scaring me. I'm gonna press the button to make sure it doesn't go up again. Okay. Now it looks from the inside, so hopefully it won't go up again. But that is an accurate representation of how my week has gone. It's been alarming, to say the least, but we do have lots of exciting things that have happened this week. But I'm not sure whether I feel excited about it yet. I'm more nervous and stressed. But anyway, welcome back. I hope your week has actually been pretty good and that you've enjoyed whatever may have happened in your week. I feel like I've just been able to take a breath the last couple of days and actually process everything that's going on in my brain and mind and life and take a breather for a day. And the chaos will resume again tomorrow, and that's fine. But I guess the main thing that has happened over the last week or so is that I've now been officially announced as a presenter for Hoist. I'm presenting for Channel 4 because Channel 4 is going to be doing a TV program series on Hoist this year, which is the Host of the Year show for people that don't know. And I'm going to be one of the hosts, which I'm very excited about. But it did. To be fair, I feel like I've not been able to be excited yet because I've been so focused on the preparation and making sure that I have everything in place, making sure I've got time off work, deciding what I'm going to wear, which I still don't know what I'm going to wear, but that's a problem for tomorrow. And I've been very logistical about the whole thing for months. That I haven't really been able to process what I'm actually going to do, which is be on TV presenting at a show that I've never been to, always wanted to go to, never could really afford it or never could have the opportunity to go. And now I'm going to be presenting that and interviewing writers and interviewing sponsors and getting to watch it all myself as well, which is a very amazing opportunity. I'm just still processing it. And as my counselor, I would say that is a way of coping or managing stress is that I try not to overthink it until it's done. Because once it's done, then I can enjoy the bliss of what I just did and I can see it as an achievement and I can see it as something that I really wanted to do, which if you watch my podcast from the start of this year, I'm pretty sure I manifested that I wanted to be on TV or red carpets or something. And Channel 4 is my favourite. I know I shouldn't say that, but Channel 4 is my favourite network broadcasters because they are known to be so inclusive and so diverse. And since I finished my degree in TV, film, media production, I've always wanted to work with Channel 4. So the fact that this is happening is actually really surreal, and I'm very just excited and appreciative of the opportunity because I truly didn't think that it was going to come this year, but I'm very happy that it has. But I have been, struggling to actually process that it's going to happen. But it's a week away, and I have probably it's because I have so much to do still. I still have to do my research and my prep and decide what I'm gonna wear, which is probably the most stressful bit of it all, to be honest, because I have no idea what to wear to these kind of things. Like, because it's not only presenting on TV, it's also a Horse of the Year show. And people that go to Horses of the Year show go like full out, very equestrian, country life, tweed, top dollar suit, that kind of vibe. I am very much a tweed and suit lover. I have many of tweed suits in my wardrobe and many of blazers and suits in general. So I was thinking that's the vibe that I was going for, but I also know some people do go a bit more lower key and will go like jeans and a nice top. So I'm debating on what I'm gonna wear. My my downfall is always the footwear because I don't wear heeled shoes, I don't wear long boots. I mainly wear white trainers or brogues or what are they called? Brogues? What are they called? Not mules, but like I can't think what they're called. What the fuck are they called? The shoes that look like, oh, I can't even think. I can't think what they're called, but think of like shoes that you wear with a suit, I guess. I have many of those too. So I want to not only suit the vibe, but also suit the event. So this weekend I have the whole weekend to figure out what I'm going to wear and what I'm going to say, what questions I want to ask, research the whole event. They do give you all that, but I like to do my own research and make sure that I'm prepared from my own perspective. That word is so hard for me, so annoying. Perspective. There we go. So that's kind of what I've been doing, or what I will be doing this weekend. But it has been more, I think, because I am nervous about it, because I've realised what it is, and I've realised that it is a big deal that I'm doing this. I'm starting to feel more anxious and nervous than excited. But I am really excited to do it because I've been dreaming about doing opportunities like this for so long. So I'm very excited that I'm getting that chance to be that person and to educate other people on the equestrian industry and show the behind the scenes why we all do these crazy sports. And because sometimes even I'm an equestrian, but sometimes I even look back and I just think it is a very strange sport to watch. And especially if you're someone that doesn't understand the sport, like, I can see why people are just confused to why we do it and why people want to do it. So I would like to kind of educate people more about the behind the scenes and all the training and the effort and all the it's a life commitment to be an equestrian, and that's probably what people don't see. They only see the ribbons and rosettes and all the happy riders, but there's so much behind the scenes that goes on that people should be more aware of, I think. So hopefully we'll get to shed a bit of light on that as well. What else was I going to talk about? I've also been trying my makeup in different ways. To say every day this week, I try my makeup like different styles, see which one I'm gonna like more on the day. Today I've gone for more matte blonde with like an orangey tone blush, which is very different for me because I always wear pink blush, kind of over the top pink blush. I like to always look like I'm sunburnt. So this is a new look for me. I'm not sure whether it's the one, but I think we're getting there. I think I might mix the orange with the pink and have a little combo. But again, it all depends on what I'm gonna be wearing, so that's yet to also figure out. But I'm very excited to see how this week goes, and I am nervous. I am also excited, but yeah, it's such a big deal, and I'm so grateful and so excited for the opportunity that I feel like I probably can't get my head around it yet, but once I get into next week and I have everything in place and I feel more prepared, then I think it'll start to click in my brain what I'm actually doing. So that's fun. I'm excited for that. I totally forgot what other thing I was gonna say. The other thing that has been on my mind a little bit, well, not even a little bit, a lot, because it's consuming my evenings, which is looking for another horse. So, as I explained in previous videos, um, I'm looking for a second horse, and this one is going to be the one that will qualify towards the Paralympics in 2028. Um, the qualifying year for the Paralympics is 2027. So, in the ideal world, I find a horse between now and next year, or now and early to mid next year, so that I have enough time to train and pair and do a few shows before the qualifying year. And I don't know, I feel like it's so hard to find a horse that fits the right requirements of what I need, especially because my discipline is so niche kind of in the world of equestrian sports. You need a horse that has a very particular temperament, but also the sport is so competitive that if the walk isn't good enough, then I can't justify getting that horse, because the the competition out there has such amazing horses and such amazing potential for the future that I want whatever I get to also have that potential to grow and to evolve and to get better with me as well. So it's hard because I would love another horse and I would love another horse tomorrow, but it's going to be a bit of a harder journey than what I anticipated to find a horse that is not only the right temperament and character, but also that is competitive enough to go against the competition that I have for the next year, well, next 4 years. And yeah, it's been a bit of a journey, but I am enjoying looking at all these horses online. It's kind of bringing back memories of when I started looking for Coco. And as I probably said before, fingers crossed that, well, Coco kind of came to us. She got sent to me in a WhatsApp message for another rider, and she couldn't take her, so she sent her to me. And I'm kind of hoping that the same thing happens with this one. But I am still actively looking, and I'm going to do some more promo on that and shout from the hills that I am still looking, because I think it would also be great to work with someone that already has a horse that might have the potential that they're able to loan to me for a number of years, so that I can gain experience that way, and the horse can also gain experience, because even though it's not even though, because I feel like uh, I am a Grand Prix rider in my standard, but because it's not able-bodied riding, a lot of people see it as a sport that is less than. But my level of Grand Prix is still a very high level of competition horse, and it has to meet certain standards that are still required within the able-bodied side of the sport as well. So I can't just have any old horse that is maybe going into retirement that wants an easy job. it's not an easy job. It's still Grand Prix, so it's still quite an ask of a horse, and I I don't know. I feel like I could either find something that I could train up myself, which is an option, or something that has done higher level sport already, that maybe would like to take it a step down from their level. Then I feel like this is a great opportunity for them as well, because not only would I get the experience and I would get the opportunity to go to these shows, but their horse would also get the opportunity to go to the World Games or to go to the Paralympics and to go to championships and go to internationals. And it's still a very good opportunity for anyone's horse. So I'm gonna continue to shout that out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, then I'll find a horse. And I would also say to my mum, like, I've never really ridden anything probably under 15.3, but we're looking for something 15 to 15.3, slightly smaller than what I'm used to. But I am a very small girl. I'm 4'11". I weigh practically nothing. I'm very small. So really, that horse is like the right size for me. But every horse that I've ridden practically in my whole career has been pretty big. So I'm also used to riding bigger horses above the smaller horses. I think the first horse that I learned was 17.2, which I think for people that don't understand for horse measurements, I think the horse's bum height for 17.2 is probably 6 foot, or maybe a little less than 6 foot, but it's pretty tall. And I love riding the tall horses because they feel almost safer when you're up high. And I don't know, I've always preferred the feeling of riding bigger horses. And to be honest, the scariest thing about bigger horses is just getting on and off them because I'm so little. But when I was riding the big horses, I learned how to do a leg up. And my mum would literally grab my leg and throw me up there. And that's how I got taught to do it. And I mean, I've not done it in a few years, but even with Coco, I used to get a leg up from the ground onto her. And yeah, it's always been like that was always the solution to just getting on these bigger horses, was just getting someone to chuck me up there. And now I feel like when I get on the smaller horses, it's almost like, oh, is that it? Am I that close to the ground? And like, I'm so used to when I get off Coco, my legs kind of dangle a little bit before they touch the ground. And then the other day I rode a pony and my legs like immediately hit the ground. And I was like, I almost stumbled just from like shock that my legs hit the ground so quickly. I was like, oh, that was very fast. It's just something that I'm really not used to. I'm used to having to like wait and drop that extra little bit to the ground. But yeah, I think that was basically it. That my week, although it has been a little rocky in my personal life, the highlights of it all have been that I'm still looking for my next horse. My speech limit is running to an end. It's coming to an end. Anyway, what I was saying was that I can't speak now. The highlight of my week has probably been obviously finding out officially that I'm doing the channel form for the presenting, which is such a surreal opportunity, and I'm so excited. I will update you with what I actually end up wearing. I feel like I might do a little behind the scenes on my socials. So if you want to see the behind the scenes of me getting ready for the show, me going to the show, me doing the show, and whatever else I can share with you, then head over to my TikTok and Instagram, and I'll be sharing more on that. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, if you have any host opportunities that you might think of, please let me know, because I'm still looking, and I would love the opportunity to either work with someone that has a horse that I think would be suitable for me and my team. But I'm also looking to loan or buy or lease. Well, actually, probably not lease, but loan or buy, because I'm very excited for the next 3 years of my career and having the opportunity to ride for Jamaica. I'll be their first ever athlete to go to the World Games and to go to the Paralympics, and that's huge in itself. So I just really want this opportunity to come to fruition and to be able to make my country proud and also make myself proud. And it's kind of cute. I literally almost teared up then, because I was like, sometimes I do just have a moment to think, and I realised that when I was 6 years old and I was dreaming about the career that I wanted to be an international horse rider, and I also wanted to be on TV. And now we're at a point where I'm about to check those two things off the list, and I'm just incredibly grateful and proud of the journey that I've been on, and I definitely don't take it for granted. And I also don't think it's the end. I think even though I'm able to tick those things off my list, I now have many goals that I still want to be able to achieve within my career and my life. And it feels like it's just the beginning, which is so lovely, because when I was young, I always thought that that would be the grand ending, but it feels like it's just the beginning. And one thing that the two things that I always loved doing the most is writing and educating other people on disability awareness, inclusion, diversity, racial bias, um, what else? I don't know, just like growing up as a 20-year-old for the first time in a world that's scary and big and judgmental, and trying to process and deal with life and all the hurdles that you get thrown at you, and share my perspective on life. I feel like a lot of people are scared to actually talk about the realness of it all, and the struggles and the highlights and the hurdles and the challenges. And that's what I enjoy talking about the most, really, is the roller coaster of it all. And especially, I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't know that I've been a public speaker since I was 12. I think I did my first lecture when I was like 14, and I spoke at medical events, I spoke at lawyer conferences. I've always been a public speaker, and it's something that I've not done loads of recently, because I've transitioned more into presenting and being a podcast host and doing social media and more the media side of it all. But I also really enjoy like the education side of it all, and it's something that I want to kind of revisit soon, because that's how I started, and I started with just educating others on my perspective of life and what it is like to be a disabled woman in my body in this day and age, in this climate, in this economy, and making people more aware of the struggle that it may be, because I feel like a lot of people don't always know. But I also feel like a lot of people may not know how to ask. And one thing that I love when I lecture or speak is that I always say no question is out of bounds. Like every question, there's an answer to every question. Even if I don't want to answer your question, then that's my choice. But I feel like every question deserves to be acknowledged. And if you're curious about something, why not ask instead of creating your own answer, which could be biased in a certain way or not accurate or judgmental maybe. And I always just encourage people to ask me questions about anything because I'm usually happy to share. And that goes the same for you guys. If you ever have any questions that you would like to ask me and you would like to understand more about my life or hear about or me to video and show you how I do things, then I'm more than happy to answer because I love being open and honest and real about what it is to live a life with a disability. And there's not a lot of people that are able to show that in the world of media. So I am very happy to do that and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy being people's answers to any questions that they might have. And I always say curiosity is better than ignorance, and the difference between those two is by asking the question and seeing if you can get an answer. So if you do want to know anything else about me, feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them as soon as I can. But for now, I'm gonna go home and rest and plan and try and plan my outfit and not stress. So I'll see you guys next week. I hope you have a really good week and enjoy the weather while it lasts. Because it's probably gonna rain here now for about 4 months. So enjoy the last day of sunshine, and I'll see you guys in a week's time. Have a good week!